Good evening. My name is Chip Kravac, and it is my distinct honor to welcome you to this year's National Honor Society induction ceremony. Please join me in welcoming the current members of the National Honor Society, led by Zachary Rio and Blaine Liberté. And now, please join me in welcoming our new inductees to the Euclid J. Beaumont chapter of the National Honor Society, led by officers Grace Bellavance, Stephanie Colombe, and Andrea Valiante.
Welcome members of the National Honor Society, administrators, faculty, family, and friends. My name is Zachary Rio, and I am the current president of the Brother Euclid J. Beaumont chapter of the National Honor Society. I am joined today by our two advisors, Mr. Kravac and Mrs. Rio, as well as my fellow officers, Grace Bellavance, Stephanie Coulombe, Blaine LaLiberty, and Andrea Valiante. I now invite Blaine LaLiberty to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing as Andrea Valiante leads us in prayer.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Lord, as we gather here this evening to celebrate the induction of these new members into the National Honor Society, we thank you for generously granting us the gifts and talents that enable us to be successful students and honorable individuals. Lord, we thank you for our parents who inspire and drive us, whose subtle and not so subtle ways guide us. As they watch us receive our honors from home, we remember the support they provide us and the constant encouragement they granted us. We thank you for our teachers who excite and nurture us, for they are our mentors whom we look forward to for answers. In addition, God, we give thanks to the Bishop Girton community, which has given us the opportunity to be exceedingly successful, especially throughout these uncertain times, and for BG's loving, caring atmosphere that had kindled the fire in our lives as people of integrity. We give thanks for your guiding hand in teaching, and we seek to make you proud in our pursuit of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Please be seated. Tonight, we are gathered here to formally recognize those students who have been selected by the Faculty Council of our school for successfully completing their candidacy and are now being inducted as new members of our National Honor Society chapter. Tonight, we will also welcome 5 transfer students who are already part of their school's National Honor Societies. We couldn't be more excited to embrace them as active members of our NHS. For current members and those former members who may be among our guests or watching from home, we hope this will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you are charged with maintaining as members of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student-recognized program. Bishop Girton High School's chapter of the National Honor Society is dedicated to Brother Euclid J. Beaumont, one of our founding brothers of the Sacred Heart, and the first principal at Bishop Girton. Known for his compassion and understanding as a teacher and administrator, and motivated by goodness, truth, and love of the Sacred Heart of Christ, Brother Euclid was truly a gift to our community. It is in his name that our chapter not only recognizes students for their accomplishments, but challenges them to develop further through active involvement in school activities and community service. It is at this time that we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the Brother Euclid J. Beaumont chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as a standard for the society. Members of the chapter will now review these qualities for the candidates. I invite you to listen and reflect as Grace Bellevant speaks on scholarship.
I light this candle to represent the National Honor Society's first purpose, to create enthusiasm for scholarship. Scholarship is characterized by a commitment to learning. This pillar is achieved through diligence, effort, discipline, and commitment. Students are willing to spend the necessary time to cultivate their minds in the quest for knowledge. They put forth the best work possible, regardless of the impending reward. Scholarship encompasses more than just maintaining good grades. The students sitting here today do not merely attend their classes, but are engaged in them. They not only strive for academic achievement, but also for excellence in clubs and activities such as student ambassadors, campus ministry, student council, and a wide range of athletics. Many also attend summer camps or internships to continue their commitment to learning beyond the school setting. They make the most out of all educational opportunities. Scholarship is a lifelong love of learning that promotes the continued growth of our knowledge and skills and enriches the world around us.
Thank you, Grace. As we continue, I welcome Stephanie Kluom to the stage to present the importance of leadership.
I light this candle to represent the National Honor Society's next pillar, to promote leadership. To lead is to take initiative and give an example for others to follow. A leader is a person who goes above and beyond what is expected in order to create the best environment possible for those around them. They try to create a wholesome influence on the school while taking initiative in the classroom, clubs, and sports, striving to train and aid others to reach their common goals to succeed. A leader can be a team captain, officer, or school president. They contribute ideas that improve the school community. A leader is not always a person with a specific position. They can be those that are doing their best and helping others. A leader exemplifies a positive attitude while also being reliable, dependable, and driven.
Thank you, Stephanie. Blaine LaLiberty will now offer his thoughts on service.
I light this candle to represent the National Honor Society's next purpose, to stimulate a desire to render service. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work where many opportunities arise to help others, both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is the quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. NHS calls each member, new and old, to contribute through our own special gifts and talents. New members, you have been selected because each of you possess the ability to change our community with unwavering, positive outlook. You are called to help others in simple, overlooked ways with love and respect and hopes for the unity of our community. Through your pledge today, you have promised to give your time freely and willingly to use your individual talents to better someone's life or the life of the community.
Thank you, Blaine. Finally, I welcome Andrea Velianti to discuss character.
I light this candle to represent the final pillar of the National Honor Society, to stimulate a desire to develop character. Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is this force of character that guides us on through life and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved, not received. Remember that your character greatly influences your opportunities and relationships, so do not give up when you are faced with failure. Instead, demonstrate a commitment to fairness, have a willingness to help others, and advocate for your beliefs. Your character is articulated throughout everything you do, so do everything with integrity, honesty, and respect.
Thank you, Andrea. At this time, I invite Mrs. Rio, who will present the new candidates.
Thank you, officers, for your thoughts regarding the 4 essential principles of our society. As mentioned earlier, I am one of the advisors of the National Honor Society. I am truly honored to begin the official induction of our new members tonight. New members, you will receive your National Honor Society certificate and pin. Wear and display them proudly. The pin signifies the emblem of the National Honor Society, which is the keystone and torch. The keystone bears at its base the letters CSLS, which stands for character, scholarship, leadership, and service. The torch represents the eternal light of knowledge. As I call your name, please come up to receive both items. As you make your way to the front of the stage, we will continue a tradition we started a few years ago. Once our new members were accepted by the Faculty Council, we asked our current members to write a brief note describing our new inductees. As I read these comments, I would ask you to hold your applause until all names and sentiments have been read. So the first row, you guys can exit out. You guys can. So the whole row. We'll have the whole row come over. Petra Bajdek. Petra is the most generous soul you will ever meet. She has a kind heart, a friendly personality, and works hard at everything she does. Cassidy Beek. Cassidy is always respectful, caring, and is the first to help others in need. Alice Blow. Alice is considerate, thoughtful, and fun to be around. She consistently challenges herself and always puts the needs of others before her own. Thomas Bond. Thomas is a very talented musician, an intelligent and motivated student, and has a sharp wit that keeps his friends laughing. Riley Bouvier. Riley is a very outgoing, kind soul. Her smile follows her wherever she goes. She works hard in the classroom and on the field and gives everything 100%. Madeline Bowen. Maddie is always the first to say a kind word or offer a helping hand. Whether on the court or in the classroom, she is always a role model to others. John Brennan IV. John is funny and has a personality that's larger than life. He lights up any room he is in and can always cheer up anyone who is near him. Elizabeth Broderick. Elizabeth is dedicated to her friends and her teammates. She always shows good sportsmanship and is a hardworking and talented athlete. Caroline Kearns. Caroline is a dependable leader who is always organized and can get the job done. She has a big heart and is truly a friend to everyone. Catherine Campbell. Katie always has a smile on her face and is extremely positive. Her energy is contagious and her presence can brighten up any room. Kayla Carlton always strives to do her best and makes the right choices. She is always positive and encouraging to those around her. Natalie Kutu. Nat never fails to give her all. She is extremely kind and a hardworking person who shines a light on everyone around her. Maria Krivak. Maria has a great sense of humor and goes the extra mile with her family, friends, and her academics. Everything she does is done with a smile. Samuel Cronin. Sam never lacks in spirit. His smile lights up a classroom, and his infectious laugh can be heard in every hallway. Nicholas Dahl. Nick is a great person who shows respect for the people he interacts with. He is a quiet leader who continually sets a positive example for those around him. Alima Dean. Alima is super sweet and a very hardworking student. She is well respected and is always looking for opportunities to get involved to improve our school community. Joseph Duane. Joe is a funny, kind-hearted friend. He cheers on his teammates and is looked up to for his determination. Fiona Doherty. Fiona is an extremely dedicated person. She gives everything her best effort from athletics to academics and always makes time to support and cheer on her teammates. Emily Dowling. Emily is a kind, strong individual who always puts the needs of others before her own. Eiley Doyle. Eiley is the kind of friend you want. She's honest, respectful, funny, and truly cares about others. She is simply someone you just want to be around. Mary Kate Finn. Mary Kate is extremely kind and a driven individual who takes on challenges with a smile. MK always has a positive attitude and is a leader on every team she is part of. Julia Foster. Julia is positive, courteous, and enthusiastic both on and off the court. She cares about others and puts others before herself. Kylie Friel. Kylie has an infectious smile that always brightens your day. She is a hardworking athlete and is very dedicated to performing well and giving everything she does her very best. Grace Fusco. Grace is a great role model to her peers, teammates, and friends. She has a fun personality both on and off the court. Alexander Gerada. Alex is a good teammate and friend. He makes everyone around him feel like they are always welcome and part of a team. That whole row. Madison Goldstein. Maddie is focused, determined, caring, and always willing to lend a helping hand to others. Tamara Golasarski. Tamara is amazing. She is so smart, and her quiet confidence is an inspiration to all. She is a joy to be around and in class with. Johanna Henderson. Johanna Henderson is an amazing person and friend. Her smile and laugh could brighten up any room. Paul Henderson. Paul is a respected and reliable leader among his peers. He is always willing to share his skills and knowledge with others. Catherine Heinze. Catherine is generally one of the most intelligent and kind people in this school. Whether it's on the court, in the classroom, she is always organized and prepared. She displays leadership with everything she does. Evie Holt. Evie is a wonderful, well-rounded individual that is amazing at time management between sports, the arts, life outside of school. Her energy and personality is guaranteed to brighten up any room. Erin Hooper. Erin is the kind of teammate you want next to you. She is a positive influence and genuinely cares about others around her. Natalie Huth. Natalie goes above and beyond to care for those around her, and has an infectious personality that makes those around her also smile. Cameron Iaquinta. Cam is one of the most talented singers you'll ever meet. She is kind-hearted, and she can brighten any room with her sheer presence. Jack Januario. Jack is disciplined, confident, and an accomplished athlete, and a positive teammate who consistently encourages others. Mia Januario. Mia is hardworking and consistently looks to help others. She also has a great sense of humor and loves to have fun. Julia Johnson. Julia shows respect for others. She's always in a good mood, and her positivity radiates wherever she goes. Louise Joyce. Louise is an inspiring person who can overcome anything. She works hard and has always an open heart and an ear for others in need. Nathan Kane. Nate is a great friend to everyone. As soon as you meet him, you'll feel like you've known him for years. He is very dedicated to his schoolwork, his community, and especially his team. Michelle Kapala. Michelle is a very kind and thoughtful person who looks out for others. She is outgoing and a great addition to the school community. Haley Kastner. Haley is funny, smart, extremely talented, and gives everything she does her absolute all. Grace Kelly. Grace is a spirited and kind friend. She works diligently at school and is always there, whether it be in her academics or as an athlete. When you think of a great friend, you always think of Grace. Brooke King Hill. Brooke is a funny, kind, and compassionate friend who also has a really big heart. Chris Lavasser. Chris is extremely smart and talented, and his ability to inspire others continues to make an impact at BG. Rosetta Lee. Rosetta is smart, hardworking, and goes above and beyond. She is not afraid to try new things and has a positive outlook on everything she tries. Abigail Linsky. Abby is very inspiring and motivational. No matter what she does, she always finds a way to put a smile on someone's face. Hannah Lord. Hannah is a great friend who is genuine, kind, caring, thoughtful, and does everything with a positive attitude. Connor McDonald. Connor always greets every student he knows with a smile and a warm hello. His cheery disposition in the halls is absolutely infectious. Ella McLean. Ella is one of the most talented and cheerful people you'll meet. She is kind, caring, and will always make everyone smile and laugh in any situation. Alexis Martin. Lexi is a gifted student and teammate. She is well prepared and always keeps focused on her goals and aspiration. She will be successful at anything she chooses in life. Julia Marzolini. Julia is kind, hardworking, and her cheery disposition and attitude makes others want to consistently be around her. Colleen Mon. Colleen is one of the hardest working people and is always there to lend a hand. She is an overall great person and an even better friend. Alora Maxwell. Alora is a very talented singer and works hard at everything she does. Her bubbly personality makes a pleasure to all who meet her. Nicholas McGovern. Nick is a force to be reckoned with, both on and off the field and in the classroom. His positive energy is extremely contagious, and he is one of the most kind and hardworking students you will ever meet. We are all lucky to call him our friend. Anna Moore. Anna is funny, reliable, respected by her peers, and always willing to lend a helping hand to everyone around her. Erin Morris. Erin is extremely dedicated, both on and off the field. She does everything with an open mind, a positive attitude, and is always encouraging to her teammates. Deborah Moyer. Deborah is a loyal friend and teammate who is kind, cares for others, and goes out of her way to make everyone feel like they are part of the team. Madeline Moynihan. Maddie is the kind of person who values her friendships. She's trustworthy, respectful, and just simply fun to be around. Sean O'Keefe. Sean is an outstanding friend and a person whose presence has certainly enhanced the community at Bishop Girton. Daniel Amagroso. DJ is a positive source of energy, which is an encouragement to everyone around him. Thomas O'Neill. Thomas is hardworking, enthusiastic, and greets everyone with a cheerful smile. His talents are endless, both in the classroom and as an athlete. Joshua Ozeroff. Josh is a very intelligent and funny student athlete who is also a great friend. Ji-Song Ashley Park. Ashley is someone who always goes above and beyond as a friend and an athlete. She spreads positivity wherever she goes. Marissa Pashley. Marissa is dedicated, selfless, and demonstrates great determination in the classroom and on the field. Han Jenny Pham. Jenny is someone who consistently challenges herself and is always a positive light. BG is truly a better place with Jenny in it. Amal Prasad. Amal is smart, hardworking, organized, dedicated, caring, and always a pleasure to be around. Duncan Primus. Duncan is a natural leader. He leaves his mark wherever he goes and radiates positivity. Colin Rathbone. Colin is a quiet leader who is loyal and always polite. He respects his teammates and works hard to build camaraderie within his teams. Stephanie Reap. Stephanie is such a generous, compassionate, and loving person. She is also a hard worker, putting in maximum effort both on the field and in the classroom. Christian Reynolds. Christian is a quiet leader who puts the needs of others ahead of his own. His friendly nature makes him an asset on any team. Madeline Roma. Madeline is hardworking, conscientious, and is someone who not only works hard in the classroom, but on everything she is part of. Rowan Romanowskis. Rowan is a very intelligent student and is well-rounded overall. He never fails to bring a smile to someone's face. Without a doubt, he's going to do big things in his future. Nicholas Root. Nicholas is a role model to others. He can always be counted on and consistently brings out the best in others. Megan Russell. Megan is creative, enthusiastic, and always willing to help others around her. She makes a positive impact within the halls at BG. Maeve Ryan. Maeve is not only a leader around BG, but she also does everything to the best of her abilities and completes every task with a positive energy. Brittany Sayeg. Brittany has a spirit that lights up the room. She is passionate about her education and loves to be involved at BG. She is definitely the definition of a good leader. Hayden Shattuck. Hayden is a positive influence on others on the field, on the ice, or in the classroom. His winning spirit is infectious on any team he is part of. Jordan Sherry. Jordan is an all-around triple threat. She's outstanding on the field, fantastic with her studies, and a wonderful friend to all. Aisha Sosman. Aisha is a hardworking and talented person both on the court and in the classroom. She is extremely clever and has a great sense of humor. Anna Stawaz. Anna is simply the best. Kind to all, a great sense of humor, and always happy to help someone in need. She just truly is a great friend. Dylan Stewart. Dylan has the brightest personality in any room he enters. He always knows how to make people laugh and truly makes everyone feel welcome. Victoria Tafaro. Tori is always organized, responsible, courteous, and willing to lend a helping hand. She is a great role model for others. Sydney Tebow. Sydney is a compassionate, conscientious student and friend. She is an extremely hard-working athlete that accomplishes anything she puts her mind to. Ella Tomeno. Ella is kind, understanding, and respectful of others. She is always willing to pitch in and do her part. Moira Thompson. Mo is the kind of person you talk to once and always cherish the conversation you had with her. She is extremely kind and personable, a great teammate and friend. Colin Toohey. Colin is an ambitious student and a dedicated athlete who works hard on everything that he puts his mind to. He is someone who is ready to face the challenges in his way and will stop at nothing to complete his goals. Emma Van Wagner. Emma is a smart student and an amazing teammate who always strives to make everyone feel included and welcome. Ian Winarski. Ian is a dedicated student, actively involved in many clubs and activities, and always gives his all. Trent Wright. Trent is always prepared, eager to help, and puts everyone at ease. His constant positive attitude makes you just want to be around him. Robert Wudeman. Robert is the kind of person who cares about everyone around him. He is dedicated and always strives to do the right thing. Anne Young. Anne is a positive teammate who is also kind, thoughtful, dependable, and works hard to accomplish her goals. Sebastian Zeman. Sebastian is a caring, fun, spirited friend who excels at everything he does. He always works hard and tries to give his best to everyone. Yu Yao Simon Zhang. Simon is a meticulous student who always goes above and beyond in everything he does. He is well respected by all who know him. Now you can applause. Congratulations to you and your parents for your achievements in the pillars that have been presented this evening. As you continue through your journey with the National Honor Society, do not rest on your laurels, but strive to develop and be individuals of great character who desire to serve others as leaders, always seeking to gain valued knowledge to make changes to better the society and the world around you. I now invite our principal, Mr. Strinisty, to the stage.
Thank you, Mrs. Rio, and good evening, everybody. And congratulations to all of you for your induction and your membership in the Brother Euclid Beaumont chapter, the EBC of the NHS here at Bishop Guertin. You all truly have a humbling model of service to live up to in Brother Euclid. So for a lot of students, membership in the National Honor Society is an important box that you want to check off in high school. something you want to accomplish and want to have as part of your resume. However, NHS, I think, is an empty recognition if it doesn't also challenge you to let the values you've heard about tonight, scholarship, leadership, service, and character, frame your future. And I think my job tonight is to remind you that NHS is a forward-looking challenge and not just an achievement for your resume. I want to talk about your future by looking back to the past. So I want you to take a trip back in time with me. I want you to imagine that you're sitting here at the end of the last pandemic. And I know we don't want to talk about pandemics, but just roll with this. It is the spring of 1919 or 1920. You're a high school student. There is actually no NHS yet. It hasn't been founded yet, but just go with the analogy here. The pandemic then has taken about 700,000 lives, and because it hit young people hard, you almost certainly knew somebody who was lost. World War I had just ended, and again, you probably knew somebody who was affected. Maybe a few of you actually fought in a war and have come home. Meanwhile, at that time, there were riots over racial tension, immigration, and working conditions. The society was shaken. The changes seemed almost too much to bear. The fabric, it felt, had unraveled, and maybe then people felt similarly to how sometimes we might feel today. It's worth noting that the Bishop of Manchester then was none other than Georges Albert Guertin, Bishop Guertin himself, the OGBG, who was remembered as a great leader of the church in New Hampshire during that pandemic and that war. So back to you. If you were a teenager then, think about what happened next, the things that came out of those times. What was the rest of your life like? In the next few years, your late teens, women gained the right to vote. In your 20s and 30s, you experienced exuberant, roaring highs and prosperity, which were followed by crash and depression. Perhaps you made and lost a fortune in your 30s. In your 40s, during the recovery, you heard news of America being attacked on the radio one Sunday afternoon. You watched and you were part of a nation that unified and mobilized for a war. You sent maybe your children to fight, and you confronted evil in the Holocaust. You saw the energy of the atom harnessed and applied with great destruction, and you watched the world change around that power. In your 50s, you saw another war. You saw two ideologies, democracy and communism, divide our nation and our world. In your 60s, you watched a great civil rights movement, the dismantlement of segregation, and opportunity opening up for millions. You saw yet another war divide the country, pitting neighbors against each other. You also watched a man walk on the moon that decade. You watched the Catholic Church change and open up with Vatican II. And as somebody on the doorstep of retirement, these changes in the 60s probably shook you to your core and challenged everything you'd ever believed. And depending on how long you lived, your last memories might have been the end of the Cold War, the invention of the internet, or even the September 11th attack. But if you were sitting here in high school at the end of the last pandemic, you had no idea what your future would hold, and it would indeed hold challenges. But the world that you left behind, would be better in so many ways. More equal, safer, healthier, peaceful, more technologically advanced. Still not perfect, with work to be done by those who would follow, and that's where you all come in. So what's in store for you? The characteristics of an NHS student, I think, are all about the possibility and the likelihood that your life and your world might be just as dynamic and challenging as the one that your counterpart from 1919 lived in. And how can these traits, scholarship, leadership, service, and character, serve you? Scholarship. Scholarship lets you go to the source and determine truth. We live in a post-truth society where a lot of people are content to scroll their feed, believe what's presented to them, and willing to be manipulated as the cost of convenience. If a particular version of the truth makes you uncomfortable, you can just unfollow it or block it. The majority of people don't have the skills or the will to seek the truth behind the headlines, to go to the source. And that's what scholarship is, going to the source. Those who don't have a scholar's mentality can be led down all sorts of divisive and harmful paths. And we are truly vulnerable to that right now. So scholarship means having an independent and inquisitive mind that seeks truth and reality. And if you're going to get anywhere, and if you're going to be successful in your life, you have to be a scholar. Leadership helps you to recognize that you are the variable. Your actions and your decisions alter the course of events. A lot of the past year has been about different leaders finger-pointing and blaming others as an excuse. We've seen it from both sides, those who downplay what's going on and those who would be paralyzed. We've learned which institutions deliver on promises and which ones deliver excuses. Leadership means owning all aspects of your situation and never accepting that you can't make a difference. Service. Service reminds you that actions move the world. Whether we've been talking in recent months about the grocery store clerk or the ER nurse, the scientist working 7 days a week to develop a vaccine, the bus driver or the teacher, the volunteer who knitted masks in the spring and helps the elderly get vaccinated today. Our fabric is in what people do for others, whether it's through profession or choice. Remember that Brother Euclid, he could often be found mopping the floor at BG. You'll all be picking up the chairs after the ceremony, right? Because that's what you do in NHS. Service is not about accumulating points. I'm going to say that again. Service is not about accumulating points. It's a mentality that says, if not me, then who? We can have all the leadership and service and scholarship in the world, but if nobody steps up to do with a heart committed to service, nothing meaningful ever happens. So a service mindset means being the first one to put up your hand, roll up your sleeves, and make something happen. Character helps you decide what you believe and stick by it. If you want to be a scholar, a leader, a servant, you have to be prepared for the fact that people and influences, even well-intentioned ones, will arise to distract or obstruct you from doing the right things. You have to find the right balance of conviction and openness. You have to be prepared to tolerate and even embrace uncertainty and risks. You'll make mistakes. You'll have to stand up to bullies. If you believe that something is right and your conviction is grounded in the first three characteristics, scholarship, leadership, and service, character means that you won't get distracted from doing what is necessary and right. So if you use scholarship to find the truth, leadership to take ownership of your situation, service to inspire you to act, and character to keep you going, I believe you can indeed make an impact in your life. But is that enough? Are those four things enough? So bringing us back to Brother Euclid Beaumont, something is still missing for you as a member of the EBC of the NHS at BG, and that's a mouthful. Brother Euclid had faith. He opened a school in Nashua without a building, without funds. He went door to door to raise money. He recruited students for a school that didn't exist yet, but he had faith that it would work, and you're here because of that faith. Bishop Girton was the man who had faith to lead his congregation through challenging times, even asking his people, his church, to do things they didn't want to do. And you will need that too. So however you evolve in your beliefs, you need to find a way to resonate with there being a greater plan and purpose, and to believe that you have a vocation to use your talents to change the world. Scholarship, service, leadership, and character are the tools. Faith is what makes the impossible possible. Faith is what actually moves you to get off your couch, to get off your phone, to take a risk, and to go change the world for the better, simply because you know deep down that that's what you're meant to do. So NHS isn't just a line for your resume, but it's a commitment, just as it's a commitment to be a BG student. Just like that high school graduate a century ago, you will live in interesting, challenging times. And the characteristics that you commit to this evening as a member of the EBC of the NHS scholarship, leadership, service, and character, and yes, faith, will permit you to leave behind a world that is better because of you. And I, for one, can't wait to live in that world. So congratulations to all of you, and have a great night. At this time, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Kravac back to the podium.
At this time, I would like to ask our members to rise for the candle lighting and National Honor Society oath. Officers, please use the pillar candles to light your candles, and in turn, light the candles of our previously inducted members. As you light their candles, you reignite and renew your dedication to the principles that each candle represents: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Current members, I invite you to slowly turn and light the candles of the new members behind you. As you light their candles, you acknowledge that you are now the models of the pillars of which your new members should aspire. And now, for the National Honor Society oath. Current members, I remind you to renew your oaths along with our inductees. Additionally, if there are any members watching this evening and you have been inducted to the National Honor Society, we ask you to please rise, and we welcome you to renew your oaths as well. Please repeat after me. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society. To which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. I will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Well done, and congratulations. Please gently blow out your candles and be seated. I now invite your National Honor Society President, Zachary, back to the stage.
Congratulations to all new inductees. Proudly celebrate your new honor and be sure to thank your parents as well. In conclusion, to the National Honor Society, inductees, and current members, as you finish your high school career, take one last bit of advice. Take each day as a new challenge awaiting you to complete. Set goals for yourself that may be too high right now. That will be the force driving you. Push yourself mentally and physically in your academics, sports, and daily life. Do not be afraid to fail, and when, not if, you fail, get back up and try again. Learn from your own mistakes and those of others. Be true to yourself and be positive throughout your life. Allow others to assist you to get to the places you want to be. Take chances, accept challenges, and see where it takes you. As you move on, continue to pursue excellence in scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Lastly, and most importantly, have fun and live in the moment. I have faith that each and every one of you will do amazing things in the National Honor Society, the rest of your high school careers, and well into the future. But it all starts today. I wish the new members good luck, and I look forward to celebrating the rest of the year with both you and the current members.
Thank you, Zachary. As we come to the close of our ceremony, I would first like to thank the administration for their support of the National Honor Society, including Ms. Broder, Mr. Strinisty, Mr. Gorell, Ms. Pozensky, and Mr. Cody. I'd also like to thank our great maintenance department for all the help they have done today in setting up for this event, and our fantastic tech crew. Mr. Fitzgibbons and Mr. Donovan, who made it possible to live stream this event this evening. I would like to invite Ms. Rio back to say a few closing remarks.
I'd like to take a moment as a special thank you to our National Honor Society officers who have worked incredibly hard this evening and during the school year. They not only help to keep students engaged, they run our monthly meetings, they keep track of member points, they make notes, they send emails, and they also help to make tonight a success. And lastly, thank you to our NHS members for being here tonight. We are proud of you and the choices that you have made to get to this point. Once again, congratulations. Mr. Kravak and I look forward to working with all of you collectively as you accomplish great things this year. Please feel free to take pictures in front of the stage or the banner, and while you're taking pictures, please feel free to pick up a chair or two or three and help us break down the event. Thank you again, and have a wonderful evening. Oh, just one last note.
Before we head out tonight, guys, I just want to say thank you to our advisors, Mrs. Rio and Mr. Kravak. We have a little gift for each of you being presented right now. So thank you.